How's my hair look, folks? Pretty good? Alright. Mic's working. Mic check, 1, 2. What is this? The 5-foot assassin with the roughneck business. Roughneck business. I don't know. Don't remember. Tribe Called Quest. Anyone? Alrighty. Let's jump into this. Ladies and gentlemen, this music is incredibly loud. It is currently 1:30 a.m. East Coast time on Tuesday, May 18th, 2021. And this is the last chance that I and many other people will have to play Classic WoW. And I just wanted to take a moment to sort of reflect on what that means. I think for a lot of people this was a trip down memory lane, and for a lot of people this was, you know, nostalgia WoW, classic Andes, the tryhards, all of that. And so I just wanted to take a chance and offer some different perspective on what the end of Classic WoW actually means. And so as we come in here, I can show you guys that obviously I play on Whitemane. Whitemane, it's a PvP server. I'm Alliance. I only have one WoW account. This is the server that I've made the most progress on. I also leveled a Horde Troll Priest to level 10. My highest level player, character, since the launch of Classic WoW is this Priest. I only got him to level 53. 53 and a half, if we're going to be precise. He's got a lot of rested experience. And I basically leveled him the whole way almost exclusively by grinding mobs, because I started him at launch and I didn't even have the Questy add-on to play with. And so I just did what I did. Quite frankly, the first time I played WoW, there wasn't, you know, this was back 15 years ago or whatever, 16 years ago, and we didn't have questing add-ons. You had to, if you wanted to finish a quest and you didn't know how to do it, you had to either ask in general, and most of the people there didn't know how to do it, or you had to get on a website called thoughtbot.com and search the quest and read the comments, and then try to figure out, like, you know, back then we did have coordinate add-ons, I think, and so you would try to, like, go to there. You'd look at, like, the really low-quality screenshots, and you'd use the coordinates, and you'd try to figure out the quest, and it just took forever. And so, back in the day, I leveled by grinding, and this Priest, when Classic launched, I read that Priests were the best at grinding, so I made a Priest, and I decided to level him. I had no idea that, in reality, mages are the best grinders, but whatever. I got busy and never finished this Priest. And then I decided that in reality I wanted to play a Paladin. I understand that for a lot of people, especially in Classic, Paladins represent the worst class in the game. And quite frankly, I don't really care. That never bothered me. And I wanted to be a Paladin because I liked the lore of it. As nerdy as that is, that's something I never, ever in my life thought I would say. But I liked the idea of a class who would be willing to sacrifice themselves or whatever. I don't even really know the lore of it, but I read like a little paragraph about it, and I was like, you know what, that sounds really cool. My main, when I played, you know, Classic at launch 15 years ago, I was a Warlock. And so, quite frankly, I figured, you know what, my main for this will be a Paladin. The Priest isn't very fun, so I'll do a Paladin. I'll be a Holy Paladin. I'll heal. Maybe I'll tank, whatever. And I'll just enjoy it. And then I'll go back and I'll level a Warlock for fun, because my Warlock back in the day was Sushi Girl. A lot of people thought I was a girl and would open trade with me and give me free gold. I'm not going to lie. There were times when it's very possible I even heavily indicated that I was a girl to encourage them opening trade and trading me gold. Having said that, I still was planning on leveling a Warlock because I thought the story was really unique and really cool. I remember doing the different quests to get my different demons, and I thought, you know what, that'd be a really fun thing to do again. Going through the quest line to get the Felsteed, that'd be fun to do. At some point, I'll talk more about a Warlock later. At some point also, I was going around and I was like, you know what? Rogues also have a pretty unique story and a pretty cool experience in Classic as well. With the way they learn poisons, and especially like on Alliance, what is it, like the SI7 or whatever. That's kind of a cool little corner of the game that I never had a chance to explore, and maybe one day I'll level a rogue and I can do that. Experience that part of the game. Like I said, I figured, you know what, I'll also make a mage since they're really good at AoE grinding. You know, one day I'll make a mage, I'll level him to 60, and I'll AoE grind and make tons of gold. I'll get Sulfuras on my paladin. And then I said, you know what, maybe I'll level a warrior and I'll get Thunder Fury on my warrior. I'll get full Nax gear on my warlock. Like I've always wanted. But alas, none of these things came to be. None of these things came to be. And not only did none of these things come to be, not only did none of these things come to pass, I guess I should say, I never even hit level 60. I never hit level 60. I never stepped in Molten Core. I've never even been into Blackrock Mountain or Burning Steppes as zones because my characters aren't high enough. So a lot of you are probably thinking, why don't you just character copy? Your characters are so low level. For $30 you could copy the paladin and the priest and bring them over. The reality is I probably wouldn't even bring the priest. I'd probably just bring the paladin because I don't really enjoy the priest that much. The cost is so low though, I probably would bring both. And because all the other classes are level 1, my druid is level 2 because I did my Remembering Dave the Druid video that none of you watched, where I ran just like my friend Dave did all those years ago. I ran a druid from Teldrassil to Elwyn Forest so we could level together. Unfortunately, in that process, Dave got so mad, he rage quit the game and never played again. And I never actually got to play with Dave the Druid. So I recreated that run in a 45-minute video that was quite frankly boring and none of you watched. But for me, it was very important. So with all these level 1s, I could just keep playing Classic. And maybe in a couple years I would have all the things that my heart desires and all the things that I'd want to do. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because it's over. There's no other way to say it. It's over. We had our chance to live in the past for a few years. I'm a busy man. And this game was a chance for me to be a boy again. But I didn't have enough time. I just didn't have enough time to be a boy again. And it's over. Today it's over. In leveling my paladin with Questy, I was going to level exclusively by questing, something I've never done before. I was going to see every zone, every Alliance zone and whatever, every mixed zone. And I probably wasn't going to do every quest because some of them were just too annoying, but I was going to do most of the quests in the game. My paladin is only level 41. The most fun I ever had playing this paladin at level 41 was number 1, buying a new two-handed weapon whenever possible, because it's the only damage available to me as a paladin. Upgrading the weapon, buying my next Seal of the Crusader every 8 levels or whatever, because that's the only way I can do more damage. And quite frankly, both of those things pale in comparison to what by far was the most enjoyable aspect of this game for me. And that was grouping with random people to complete quests that would otherwise be impossible. That ends today. As many of you know, today is the snapshot date. We're going to enter the pre-patch in a couple hours. And after that, Burning Crusade is going to launch on June 1st, 2021. And with it comes the introduction of the store. And with the store comes the end of the dream that was Classic WoW. A lot of people won't see that now. But as the great Mark Twain once wrote, it's easier to trick a man than to convince a man he's been tricked. And the reality is that with the implementation of the store and the character boost, pay to win will very, very shortly be implemented into the Burning Crusade. Pay to win is already an element in Classic WoW. There's no denying that. This is a game that takes a massive amount of time, over 100 hours to level to 60. Once you hit 60, there's a lot of competition for gear. Everybody knows what's BIS. And quite frankly, there is a massive community of people that trade retail WoW tokens for Classic Gold and then use that Classic Gold to buy gear in the game. Even without that, there would still be pay to win. I'm not an idiot. But making it as hard as possible to pay to win is paramount to a good MMORPG. And there's no telling how quickly it will come. But with the implementation of the store in the Burning Crusade, it is a sign of things to come. With the character boost from 1 to 58, it has nothing to do with skill. It has absolutely nothing to do with skill. It has to do with what is most important in the game. And refocusing the community even more towards endgame being the end-all be-all of the game is going to further shatter the community and, quite frankly, leave casuals like myself who never make it to 60 behind. Now, I intend on making it to 70. Some things in my life have changed, some circumstances have changed, and I really do hope I can make it to level 70. I will use the character boost. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be an elitist. I'm probably going to waste it, what many people consider wasting it. I'm probably going to use it on a mage. Because I want to play the warlock. I want to enjoy the warlock. I want to play the rogue. I want to enjoy the rogue. And the mage, I don't really care about, but I want one. Just like everybody else. And so I'm going to use the character boost. Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to keep playing my paladin for as long as it remains enjoyable. But nevertheless, today is the last day of Classic WoW as we know it. As we knew it. And this is the last chance I will have to live in the past and be the boy that I once was. Because now I'm a man. And it's over. So let's go. The load screens. One of my first YouTube videos ever was a compilation of load screens from the old expansions along with their accompanying login screen music. You can go watch those if you'd like. They took a lot of time to make, I'm not going to lie. And almost nobody, like all my videos, has watched them. Greetings. This is going out in general chat in STV. Greetings, friends. It has been one hell of a ride. Thank you all for everything. Let's go, TBC Slammer. And I can just show you right now. I will unlock the chat just to show you, because it is hilarious. The very first, the absolute, how do we make it back? Here we go. The very first thing I see when I log in, speaking of pay to win, paying 20G for help with tusks. It's been fun, boys. I can't wait to play TBC with you guys, and hopefully I'm still a YouTuber in a couple years and we can keep hanging out and doing fun stuff. But it's been a hell of a ride, and I'm really looking forward to the future. My last piece of advice for any of you guys still clinging to the past is, it's over. Move on. Enjoy what you can for what's left of this game, and yeah, enjoy your life, because there's so much more to life than gaming. I love you all, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.